Hello students, today we are going to do some book work and some question and answers of our unit 3, which is mountains. And as you all know that in the previous presentation I've explained the whole chapter to you. So now you can easily answer the questions, but I have added some key facts in this presentation so that it will be easy for you to solve the exercises and question and answers. So let's start it from the question and answer. Here we have some questions that are not mentioned in your book, but the questions are given in the side columns of your book. And I have added some of them. So let's start from the question and answers. Is make 4 correct statements, then write them in your notebook. This question is on page 14. Open up your books, page 14. Now at the top of the page, you can see a column in which it is written that you have to make 4 sentences and then write them in your notebook. And what you have to do is, first you have to match you have given the name of 2 most famous mountains of the world, and you have to match them with the correct sentences, and then you have to write them in your copy. For example, Mount Everest has snow all year. It is true. So you have to match Mount Everest with has snow all year, and then write this whole sentence in your copy. And I'm also going to tell you a sentence about K2. K2 is 8,611 meter high. Now you have to write 2 more notebook and you have to make them by yourself. Question number 2 is, who was the first Pakistani to climb Mount Everest? This question is given on page 15. Now let me tell you that the first Pakistani who climbed Mount Everest was Nazir Saab, and he climbed Mount Everest on 17th of May. You can see some information about him in your skill book. He climbed Mount Everest on 17th of May 2000. He was born in Ramanji, a village which is in the upper side of the Hunza. So, the first Pakistani to climb Mount Everest was Nazir Sabir on 17th of May 2020. Nazir Sabir was born in Ramanji, a village in Upper Hunza. Now question number 3 is, what fruits are grown in Hunza? This question is given on page 17, and you can see the answer of it on page 17. Read page 16 and 17 to find out the answer of this question. Our fourth question is, what gems are mined in Hunza and Sawat? This question is also given on page 17, and you have to find out its answer on page 16 and 17. You have to reach the page 16 and 17 to find out its answer. Also, I mentioned it in the last presentation. Question number 5 is, where is Peru? This question is given on page 19. And I think this question is so easy, and its answer is on page 17. Question number 6 is, what are adobe houses made from? This question is also given on page 19, and its answer is also so easy, and you can find its answer on page 15. Now question number 7 is, what are main crops grown in Peru? Now you can find out its answer on page 17. Now question number 8 is, why do farmers grow their crops on terraces? It's 19. Now let me tell you what are terraces. Terrace is an old method of farming, and in this method the slopes of a mountain are cut down into into wide steps, wide stair-like step. Stair steps are smaller, but these steps are wider than a stair step. And in these wide steps, they create some flat land for farming. So why do farmers grow their crops on terraces? I think because terraces give flat land in steps, so that will be easy to grow things on a flat land. Because on mountains, mountains are so rough and we cannot grow our crops on them. But if we make terraces on mountains, then it will be easy to grow things. So terraces give flat lands. That's why farmers grow their crops on terraces. Now question number 9 is name 3 things mined in Peru. In question number 4, you named some of the things that are mined in Hunza and Savat. Now you have to name three things that are mined in Peru. This question is also given on page 19 and its answer is on page 80. Question number 10 is make a list of 5 things people use for mountains for. Now you have to write any 5 things that's why people use mountains for. Why do terrorists go on mountains? I told you in the previous presentation that tourists like clean air. Tourists like enjoying the scenery. They like camping, walking, climbing, hiking, skiing and trekking. So you can write any of the 5 of them in this question. Now question number 11 is draw one of the things on your list. This is a part of question number 10, but in the previous part you just have to write any of the 5 things that people love about mountains. But here you have to draw any one of the thing any one of the reason why people likes mountain. Now question number 12 is what is meant by the term natural resource? As I told you in the previous presentations that natural resources are water, plants, soils, animals, minerals and rock. So these are all the things that people can easily find near their surrounding, and these are people need to live. So its answer would be things that people need and use can be found in our environment, such as trees, such as water, such as plants, such as soil, such as animals, rocks and minerals. So these that people need, and these are the things that can be found in our environment. Now question number 13 is how do animals become endangered? So as I told you in the previous presentation that the biggest reason why animals are becoming endangered is because they are losing their habitats. People destroy their habitats by through mining, through cutting down trees, through building houses on it, through building roads on them. So people are destroying trees and people are destroying their habitats, the habitats of that animal that live there, because they want to mine there. They want to cut down the trees for many purposes, for making furnitures, for making pencils, for making paper, and they are building their houses and roads on them. So that is the reason that's why animals are becoming endangered, because people destroy their habitat through mining, cutting down trees and building houses or road. Now question number 14 is why do you think it is important to have mountain passes? So as I told you that mountain passes are a place through which people travels from one place to another, and they are between two or more mountains. It is a route between two or more than two mountains. So why do you think it is important? Because maybe they can link two countries, maybe because they help people to travel through mountains. That's why mountain, because of them we can travel through mountains. So the answer would be they help people to travel through mountains. Question number 15 is what are the names of the highest mountains in Pakistan? So you can find the name of the highest mountains of Pakistan in the previous presentation. I have added a slide of the highest mountains of Pakistan in the previous presentation, and you can also find the answer on page 14. Now these questions were of one or two lines. These questions consist of two lines. So try to write the answers in two lines, and you can write it in one line. But now we are going to study. We are going to write the answer of one word questions. Now we are going to do the one word answers. So try to answer each of the question in only a single word. There are only 5 questions. I'm going to read them and then I'll explain them to you, and they are so easy. What is the answer of the second highest mountain in the world? This is so easy. The first one is Mount Everest. So which one is the second one? K2, obviously. Which is the highest mountain of Pakistan? As this is so easy so I don't think that I have to tell you the name of it. You have to write it by yourself. Question number 3 is what is the name of the longest range in the world? Now in the last presentation I have told you a fact in which I told you that the longest mountain range is in South America, and the name of the longest mountain range of the world is Andes. It is more than 7,000 kilometers long, and it is in South America. So the longest mountain range of the world is Andes. Now question number 4 is in which continent is the Andes mountain range? I just told you the name of that continent in which this mountain range is. Now question number 5 is how high is K2? You can find the answer of this question on page 14, where on the side column which heading is the highest mountain peak of Pakistan. Now we are going to do true and false. I'll explain each one of them to you and you have to answer them by yourself. The first one is the top of a mountain is called the summit or peak. Is it true or false? They are asking the top part of the top of the mountain, which is a bit sharp, is called summit or peak. The second one is the highest mountain in the world is K2. I think it is true because the first highest mountain, I think it is false because the highest mountain of the world is Mount Everest, right? Now the third one is the highest mountain in Pakistan is Mount Everest. It is true that highest mountain is Mount Everest, but is it in Pakistan? No. Mount Everest is not in Pakistan. K2 is in Pakistan. Mount Everest is in Nepal. Now the fourth one is K2 is the fourth highest mountain in the world. No, it is false. As I told you that K2 is the second highest mountain in the world. Now the fifth one is the Khyber Pass links Pakistan with Iran. We have learned about the Khyber Pass in the previous chapter too, and we have learned about it in the headings of mountain passes in this chapter too. So is it true or false that it links Pakistan with Iran? I think it is false because it links Pakistan with Afghanistan. Now the sixth one is farmers in Peru build terraces on mountain slopes to grow their food. Is it true that farmers of Peru and farmers of many other countries build terraces on mountains to grow their crops and food? The seventh part is tourists can cause damage to mountains. Is it true or false? I think it is true because tourists can throw litter and they can make noise pollution, they can littering the land and water, they can cause erosion, and they can cut down the trees to build places for them to stay. The eighth one is Indian condor lives in Pakistan. No, I don't think so. Indian condor is a bird of Peru. It is a endangered species or endangered animal of Peru. Now the ninth one is the markhor is an endangered animal of Pakistan. Is it true or false? The 10th one is the Khunjrab Pass connects Pakistan with China. As I told you that the Khunjrab Pass is also known as the China Gate and it links Pakistan with China. So it is true. Exercise B given on page 20 is Endangered Animals of Pakistan. Draw and color a poster about how to save endangered animals. Include these things on your poster. Now what you have to do in this exercise is you have to make a poster, and you can see a sample of a poster given on page 20. You have to take a page and write something about animals. I'm telling what you have to write on the poster and what you have to do with the poster. So the first one is drawing of an endangered animal of Pakistan. The second one is 2 reasons why animals become endangered. 2 of your ideas for helping these animals. Okay. First of all, you have to take out a page and then write the heading of Save Our Animal. You can make any other slogan too, but in this sample poster, the slogan is Save our animals before it's too late. And then you have to make a drawing of an animal of Pakistan which is endangered. Then you have to write any two reasons why animals are becoming endangered. Like I told you that because of loss of their habitats, they are becoming endangered. So you have to write another reason why they are becoming endangered, and then you have to write any 2 of your ideas that how can we help them and how can we save them.